All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom Barakatham. I'm going to try to make this lesson quick. I'm going to try to speed these lessons up to just, focus more on the main points. But the title of this lesson is this is an all-white affair. All right, now I want to go straight to Matthew the 22nd chapter. Okay, verse 9, it says Yahweh Shai speaking, and it says, "Go ye there into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage." Okay, so this is marriage. This is metaphors. Okay, when we know the Lord often spoke in parables. So what does the marriage symbolize? Okay, when you see it, the bride, the bridegroom, okay, being bid to the marriage, the church is the bride. You see that language, all right, throughout the scriptures. Okay, this is one of the chief examples of what it's talking about. It's parabolic for what? The kingdom of heaven. Okay, that's the marriage. The marriage is two individuals coming together. Now, Yahweh Shai being the husband, the bridegroom, and the church, aka the men that did the work, the founding fathers of the new world. Okay, we would be likened unto the bride. Okay, now if you know anything about the law, okay, what are the requirements for the groom? What are the requirements for the bride? Okay, now we know that there isn't as much requirement on the groom on the day of marriage, because the groom, he does all of his work doing what? Appeasing to the Father. When you sell a woman, not sell, but when you marry a woman, it is a transaction, right? But the man is selling himself to the Father, in terms of, I'm gonna be a good husband. Look at the matter of Jacob, all right, and Leah. Now he had to do that. He had to work 7 years for Leah and another 7 years for Rachel, etc. All right, that's the work that the groom does. Now, once the Father says you're good to go, there's no work for the groom. The bride has to be, the work is on her now. Now we gotta vet her. We gotta make sure she ain't been with another man. All right, we gotta make sure that she understands the assignment, that she's gonna smell good, that she's gonna look good, that she's gonna play her part, that she's ready. Okay, there's a readiness for it. Okay, so this is just to color in a little bit more of the metaphor of the bride, the concept of the bride and the groom, spiritually speaking. All right, and it says, go, verse 9, Matthew 22:9, "Go ye therefore into the highways and bid as many ye shall find, and as many as ye should find, bid to the marriage." Okay, so I spoke about the marriage, what that all means. Okay, it says, "So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests." All right, that's basically like Ezekiel 37. All right, you can see the One West camps. We all went out there. We preached in the highways and byways. However way you come in, it could have been through the era of YouTube, or maybe you're in a remote country and you just watch videos, but you're sincere. Your heart is toward, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, but either way, you're a part of these guests, good and bad, in the wedding. But then when you read on, it says, "And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment." All right, what is a wedding garment? Is it fringes? Okay, is it the border of blue? Is it the brew drip? All right, y'all are so infatuated with. All right, it says, "And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou into hither, not having a wedding garment?" And he was speechless. That's a lot of you. All right, you really don't have the laws in you enough, or you don't have enough fear in you to revere the law enough. All right, to where you move your day-to-day actions exhibited, not some outward apparel that you got. Look, I go on the highways and byways. Look, I got a nice garment. Look, I get a fresh garment every month, every week. All right. Look, we're doing a charity drive for underdeveloped youth. The Most High, those are not what the Most High requires of you, man. Okay. He already knows where we can't keep all of the law anyway. So now it's an evaluation of the inner man. Okay. Are you in the spirit of Yahushua? Okay. Would you have been one of those niggas scoffing at Moses in the wilderness? Okay. Nonchalant about things that are important, which the law is important, man. All right. Making the law is such a chore for you to do. It's a chore to not eat pork. When pork tastes, any protein can taste like it's a problem for you, but you're just doing it to appease other people or to not look weird. All right, that's you showing up to the wedding without a wedding garment on, man. You don't understand where you are, what's going on. Okay, there's a dress code here. There's a standard here. Okay, it says, and he said unto him, friend, how camest thou hither not wearing a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king unto the servants, bind him hand and foot and take him away and cast him into outer darkness. All right, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And these are going to be a lot of guys that know the name, that did, you know, quote unquote, the work. All right. But deep down, they weren't ready, man. They were thinking about a gang culture. They were thinking about a clothing line. They're thinking about selling some oils. All right. They were thinking about, sitting next to a celebrity. All right. They thinking about a real estate portfolio. Things that preoccupied your mind, that took up way too much space. And what is that? That's leaven, man. That's leaven in you, man. And the scriptures speak about this, about how leaven, it only takes a little bit to take a piece of dough from that big to being that big. Just a little bit of leaven. So the size of the bread is misleading. Okay? You don't really have that much wheat and nutrients in that bread. Why? Because the leaven made it seem bigger than what it really is. That's what these camps are. That's what IUIC is, and these other camps that are large in number. All right, but you're gonna find out a lot of those men are not in their wedding garments, despite how nice they look, despite how clean they are, how organized and uniform they are, and they to the point where they even got lineups, man. All right, of course that attracts a lot of people from the world, man. But are you in the proper attire for this event that's coming up? All right. And a lot of you are going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth once you see the Lord has rejected you, man. All of the money you gave in tithes, the Lord don't care about how much money you gave in tithes, man. He cared about why you gave the money. Okay? Where was your mind, your spirit, and when you gave that money, man? All right? You trying to hold the Most High to a standard that is so low, all right? That it's infuriating, and he's gonna destroy you basically at the end of this, man. Now I typed in the word white. I'm at 8 minutes. Let me try to wrap this up. Okay. To see, typed in the word in white to see the precepts that came up. They were pretty interesting. All right. Because white is symbolic of something. It's symbolic of cleanliness. When you talk about the saints, the word saint goes back to the word sanitize or sanitary. It may be Latin. I might be butchering it, but it's the same root word as the word sanitize. Okay, which means to clean. Okay, that's what the word saint goes into. It means cleanliness, man. So that's what white represents, something. Nothing proves that something is clean than a white garment, man. If you're white and it's that pure white, they know you're clean. It ain't like wearing purple or blue or green. You could look clean in that, but people ain't gonna know it's clean unless it's pure white, man. That's symbolic, man. All right. It's also symbolic of wisdom and innocence, because ultimately we are the lamb. We're the sheep. Sheep are not defensible creatures, man. self-defendable creatures. They need some type of shepherd or intercessor for their survival. It's important. Okay, so that innocent, that lies on us. But a lot of you are not innocent. A lot of you know that you're Israelites, and you slandered other men that are doing the work. Okay, so you're gonna find out when you're all at the party and they start doing roll call. Okay, and they start checking, you know, you got the right pocket square on, you got the right shoes on. Okay, all right, you're gonna show up here in some camo shorts and sandals on, man. All right, with an airbrush T-shirt with the tetragrammaton on it, thinking you're part of the theme, and you're not, man. You're out of place. Okay, it doesn't matter how cool it is in your head. That's the King Saul spirit. Oh, I'm gonna get this extra gold for the Lord, and I'm gonna bring back the king of Amalek. When you had instructions, man, Lord don't need you doing all this extra stuff, man. All right, selling fitted hats and having sit down, and that's all extra. Read Ezra's the 7th chapter about fire being on one side and water on the other, man. That's the walk. Remember, we're in punishment. We're in straits. You're in a cell. Okay, you're a cell in D block. Okay, it's not meant for you to have all of these pleasures, although you find mirth in here and there, but you got to remember what time it is, man. It's a sense of self-awareness that the elect would have. We're sensitive to the voice of the Lord. Anyway, I'm rambling again. I'm at 11 minutes, almost 12. Let me read a couple of these real quick. All right, this is Revelation 2:17. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and I will give him a white stone. All right, and in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receiveth it. All right, and so that white stone, all right, it represents that understanding that we're gonna get, man. All right, remember the law is going to be written in our inward parts, man. Okay, we're not going to go off once we get that crown, man, and our bodies are changed. We are good, man. We are good. Okay, and it says, Revelation 3:4, thou hast a few names, even in Sardis, which have not defiled their garments. All right, and they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy. Okay, what does it mean to not defile your garment, though? All right, does it mean you waste barbecue sauce on it? No, man. It means you didn't turn your head to the left or the right, looking at these other philosophies, looking at the clout one Israelite group is getting. Oh, they sat down with so and so and got this many views, and your head is turned over there. How can I do that? No. All right, that's a blemish. All right, the Most High ain't dealing with blemishes. He's dealing with pure white. Okay, and this is why it's a fearful thing, just walking, man, because we know the requirement is perfection, man. That's in your spirit. Not everything you did. We all go off and have sin and do things, but in your spirit, you got to be walking perfectly towards Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and if your mind is elsewhere, you're worried about other things. You need to. That's leaven. You got to purge that out of you. All right, and it says, and they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy. So white is a sense of worthiness, man. Okay. This is why I call it. This is an all white affair. Okay. It says, Revelation 3:5, he that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment, and I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. So the Most High, he's gonna hear a shout out from Yahushua, his son, man. All right, so Yahushua is on your behalf saying, so and so, he's good. Okay, that's the ultimate win right there, man. I don't care how many women you banged or had sex with, how much money you've made. Okay? I don't care what your high score, Call of Duty, whatever you niggas love or into, nothing compares to what the Lord is going to give us, man. All right? It says, Revelation 4:4, no, Revelation 7:9, and after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed in white robes and palms in their hands. And this is the precept that many Christians misunderstand, that every man can be saved, and that's just simply not true, because they hear about the all nations, tongues, and kindreds. Well, the Israelites have been scattered for millennia, okay, across every nation. So there is a seed line of Jacob in every nation that speaks every language, or in a country where every different language is spoken, man. That's where we are, you know. You understand what I'm trying to say there, okay? It's about patrilineal descent. They're all not going to look like a so-called black man or a so-called Hispanic or a so-called Native American, all right? And then Revelation 7:14, 13, and one of the elders answered, saying unto me, what are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they? All right, so we're going to come out of nowhere. That's Wisdom of Solomon 5. All right, they're going to be like, what? These are the people? You know? Because we're going to go from being low. I'm talking about low, bottom of the barrel. You know, some jakes in these other countries, man, they're living in mud huts. Okay? And it says, verse 7, Revelation 7:14, and I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, these are they which came out of great tribulation. So you've heard about these people, all right? You know. But why did he have to say that? Because we're not going to look like the Israelites. But you've heard about, everybody's heard about the Israelites. They just are confused about who the Israelites are. That's the controversy, all right? But when Yahushua drips us out in that white man, ain't nothing nobody can tell us after that. All right. It says, these are they which came out of great tribulation and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. What does the white in the blood of the Lamb mean? You're clean, white, clean. The blood is a cleansing agent. The blood represents the innocence of the Lamb, which does what in the Levitical priesthood? Atones for sins. Okay, what is an atonement of a sin? It wipes it away. It cleans you, spiritually speaking. Obviously, you know, the Most High used an inverse of a metaphor, because if you put actual blood on a white garment, it stains it. Okay, but spiritually speaking, if you put the blood of a lamb, of the innocent, all right, it blots out transgression, man. Okay, it cleans it, you know. And you can get more in Revelation, the symbology of white, Yahushua coming on the white horse and everything. But I'll end it there, man. I went a little bit longer, forgive me, than I wanted to, but Lord willing, this is edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'Hashim Rahak Dashalawam Kwam Yashurallah.